And lots of crowd is turning up to this track, where Smederna's home track. The lineup for tonight's meeting is Volvo, the main sponsors, select, and Team Golden, Team GM, Team Java. The lineup is as follows. As you see these Volvo cars going out for a presentation. We had the first team racing a red helmet only in his team Volvo. As the number 1 there is Mikael Turnberg racing for Rospiggarna. Number 2 is Andrew Silver, England and Swindon. Number 3 is Alan Rossiter racing for Pool in National League in England. And number 4, under 21 champion America, Bart Bust. Team Golden in blue helmet is the 1988 under 21 world champion Peter Nalin. Number 6 is Finland's number 1 Olle Tyrväinen. Number 7 is Peter Karlsson from Mariestad, and number 8 Jan Bergqvist from Smederna. Team GM is number 9 the British champion Simon Wick. Number 10 Jimmy Nilsson. Number 11 the 3 years junior champion Henrik Gustafsson, and number 4 is Mikael Blixt. Team Java. Number 13 Per Jansson, 3 times Swedish champion. Number 14 Erik Stenlund. And number 15 Niklas Karlsson from Mariestad. And number 16 Dennis Löfqvist from Lysarna. We got 2 track reserves. Number 17 a young home rider called Raimo Smed. And number 18 Roger Söderberg. We're now gonna hear a few words from the president of Volvo Bilcompany, the main sponsor of tonight's meeting.
Well, Björn-Olof Träff, president for Volvo Bilcompany Eskilstuna, head sponsor of the night's Tommy Jansson Memorial. This is the first time you are head sponsor for this event.
Yes, this is the first time with one of the head sponsors. We've been sponsoring Speedway before, but in different ways.
How come you support this competition? You have personal relations, or is it a company who have related with the family of Jansson?
First thing is relations with family Jansson, but then we have with Speedway sport and motorsport sport in total. We go in as a total sponsor.
How important is it for you to support such events like this?
We like to keep in touch with the young people, with the old people, with the motorsport as a total, and especially Speedway, which is where they start to do their engines and go when they're young, and then they grow older and go over to the cars.
I think you're looking forward to this night's game.
Very much so.
The lineup for race number 1 in this Volvo-sponsored Tommy Jansson Memorial is the young home favorite Peter Nalin, the 1988 under-21 world champion. He is also the track record holder. We had in red Bart Bust, who came from the famous family in America, when his brother been many times American champion. So we're gonna see from the inside gate we got Mikael Blixt, Peter Nalin in blue, Bart Bust in green, and Erik Stenlund out in yellow and black. Coming into the first turn is Peter Nalin really taking the lead, with Mikael Blixt second. Down the backtrack into the pit turn, still Peter Nalin, very hard chase by Mikael Blixt, and Erik Stenlund is in the third spot, and Bart Bust is last. Coming in to the top turn on lap 2, still Peter Nalin, followed by Mikael Blixt, and Bart Bust really chasing Erik Stenlund for this 1 point. Down to the pit turn, coming up for lap number 3 is Peter Nalin, followed by Mikael Blixt. And in the third spot is Erik Stenlund, and Bart Bust is last. This is a style of the track record holder, Peter Nalin, who holds it in 64.5. Coming into the top turn for the last time, down the backstraight is still Peter Nalin well in front of Mikael Blixt, and Erik Stenlund is third and Bart Bust last. Coming up to the finish line is Peter Nalin. second was Mikael Blixt, and third Erik Stenlund. So the result is that Godding got 3 points, GM 2 and Java 1. The times were 65 dead, only 5/10 over his own track record. Race number 2, we see Olle Tyrväinen on the inside. In red, Allan Rossiter for Volvo. On gate 3, Per Jonsson Java, and outside Henrik Gustafsson. Into the first, and it's Olle Tyrväinen, bit passed by Allan Rossiter, and Per Jonsson really try hard on the inside, down the backstride. Still Allan Rossiter, followed by the Swedish champion Per Jonsson, and Olle Tyrväinen third, and last is Henrik Gustafsson. Coming into the top turn, Allan Rossiter not just pulling away from the Swedish champion, but Per Jonsson had to watch out for Olle Tyrväinen, who really chased him hard. Down to the pits turn, still Allan Rossiter in the front. Per Jonsson second, Olle Tyrväinen third, and Henrik Gustafsson try really to chase Olle Tyrväinen for this 1 point. Well, this is the style of Allan Rossiter. He really likes the track. He's never seen the track before, but still pulling away from Per Jonsson and Olle Tyrväinen. Coming in with the finish line is Allan Rossiter, followed by Per Jonsson. While the time of race number 2 was 65.2, winner was Allan Rossiter, second Per Jonsson and Olle Tyrväinen third, and last was Henrik Gustafsson. The total score so far is Volvo Select 3, Godding 4, GM 2, Java 3. Race number 3 we see Andrew Silver on the inside gate, followed by Simon Wigg in white, Jan Bergqvist in blue and Niklas Karlsson yellow and black. Into the first turn, out on the backstretch is still the British champion Simon Wigg, followed really hard by Andrew Silver, while Jan Bergqvist holds the third spot. Completing one lap, still Simon Wigg now pulling away from Andrew Silver, and Jan Bergqvist is trying to pass Andrew Silver. Down on the backstretch is still Simon Wigg, followed by Andrew Silver, who really looks behind because Jan Bergqvist is catching his back wheel. It's still his British champion Simon Wigg around the top turn, followed by Andrew Silver and Jan Bergqvist on the third spot, while Niklas Karlsson is last. This is the style of the British champion Simon Wigg. 1 lap to go, it's still Simon Wigg, really pulling away now and find a good racing line, well ahead of Andrew Silver. So the winner of race number 3 was Simon Wigg on 3 points, time 65.5. Second was Andrew Silver, and third was Jan Bergqvist, while Niklas Karlsson were lost. Coming into race number 4 is Peter Karlsson in blue helmet on the inside, is Mikael Turnberg for Volvo Select on gate 2. Grid number 3 is Dennis Löfqvist for Java, and outside in the white Jimmy Nilsson. This is race number 4. As I said, Peter Karlsson, Mikael Turnberg, Dennis Löfqvist and Jimmy Nilsson. Green lights on, tapes off. It's a very equal start, but Dennis Löfqvist hit the front. Peter Karlsson is first, Dennis Löfqvist coming on the inside, down the backstride, or the rear crash together. Dennis Löfqvist first, really chased by Peter Karlsson and Jimmy Nilsson. Now Jimmy is in second place and Peter Karlsson is third. Coming into the top turn for a second time is still Dennis Löfqvist, young son of the old famous star Christer Löfqvist. Still is Jimmy Nilsson second, and Peter Karlsson really chasing him hard for his 2 points. And Mikael Turnberg is lost. Now Dennis pulling away from Jimmy Nilsson, who really had to watch out for Peter Karlsson because Peter Karlsson really chased Jimmy really hard. Coming in on the last lap, now you see the style of Dennis Löfqvist, Coming into the top of the last time, still Dennis Löfqvist well ahead of Jimmy Nilsson, who's really to watch for Peter Karlsson. Peter Karlsson really tried hard on the inside, but couldn't catch Jimmy. So the winner of race number 4 was Dennis Löfqvist. Second in white was Jimmy Nilsson, and on third Peter Karlsson, while Mikael Turnberg get last. Now we're gonna hear a few words from the 1988 Under-21 World Champion, Peter Nalin.
Tell us about your teammates in the Gooden team.
Yeah, it's going to tell, like, I think today's not going to be the strongest, like the winning team of today, but like me and Ollie and Jan Bergqvist, the home riders on this track, and we're going to have a bit, not much advantage, but we could have a little. And Peter Karlsson, he's a good rider, he's coming through to the World Final, Under-21 World Final, and have a big chance to win that one as well. But what I've heard with the guys is we're going to go for it, and the GM team is a bit strong on the paper, but no one knows what's going to happen out on the track, and we're just going to go for it.
It's rather tough to win this Tommy Jansson Memorial. We know that from before. What do you think about your own chances tonight?
I don't know, it depends really. It doesn't matter if you're top scorer after the team tournament, but because we have a own qualification in the team, and one guy can come up like just scored 1 point in the meeting and have still a chance to get the Tommy helmet. And I don't know, I think I have a fairly chance. I have the same chance as everybody else has, but I'm just going to go for it and try my best to get that helmet today.
You certainly will be the public favorite.
I hope so. I hope it's going to be a good crowd tonight because it's lovely weather, and they have worked a lot with advertising and that for this meeting because it's so good riders in it. I hope it's going to be a good crowd. Good luck. Thank you.
The lineup for race number 5, we got the Simon Wigg in white on the inside gate, Dennis Löfqvist yellow and black on gate 2, gate 3 Olle Tyrväinen, and outside in red Bert Bast. Tipscombe for race number 5 is still British champion hitting the first turn first, followed by Dennis Löfqvist. Dennis really tried hard on the inside of Simon Wigg, but Simon Wigg still in front, well hard chased by Dennis Löfqvist, while Olle Tyrväinen is third. Now Olle Tyrväinen trying to catch Dennis Löfqvist. In on lap number 2, still Simon Wigg in front of Dennis Löfqvist, and Olle Tyrväinen is third. And in the last place is Bert Bast. Still Simon Wigg well in front of Dennis Löfqvist, while Olle Tyrväinen is third. The track is just been watering, so it's very hard to go on the outside because all the mud coming on the lenses. Now it's Dennis Löfqvist really trying hard to catch Simon Wigg around the last turn here, coming up for lap number 4. Simon Wigg looking behind because he could hear Dennis Löfqvist. Down the backstretch for the last time is still Simon Wigg, followed by Dennis Löfqvist, well ahead of Bert Bast and Olle Tyrväinen. Coming in on the finish line was Simon Wigg. So, winner of race number 5 was Simon Wigg, 3 points, time 66.2. Second was Dennis Löfqvist, and third Olle Tyrväinen. Bert Bast was last. That make a total score of the 5 races that Volvo selected 5 points, Godin 7, GM 10 and Java 8. Back to racing again. Race number 6. Alan Rossiter, red. Jimmy Nilsson, white. Niklas Karlsson, yellow, and Peter Nalin, blue. It's Jimmy Nilsson who hit the front with really hard chase by Peter Nalin. Coming down to the back straight, Peter Nalin really raced hard underneath Jimmy Nilsson. Is in the front. Jimmy tried to come back on the inside of Peter Nalin, coming into the top turn for the last time. Is Peter Nalin now pulling away a little from Jimmy Nilsson, down the back straight, down to the pits town. It's still Peter Nalin, a track record holder, also racing for Swindon this year. Over the line, 2 laps to go, it's still Peter Nalin. This is the style of the Eskilstuna era. down the backstraight, well ahead of Alan Rossiter, while Jimmy Nielsen got the engine fail. So into the last lap, Peter Nalin, second place Alan Rossiter, and third is Niklas Karlsson, while Jimmy Nielsen is last. Down the pit turn for the last time and over the finish line is Peter Nalin. Second was Alan Rossiter, and third was Niklas Karlsson, while Jimmy Nielsen had something wrong with the spike and finished last. So the winner was Peter Nalin, time 65.3, second Alan Rossiter, and third Niklas Karlsson. The total score is Volvo 7, Golden 10, GM 10, and Java 9. Coming up to race number 7, we have on the inside gate is Per Jonsson, yellow and black. Second was Mikael Blixt. Third gate Peter Karlsson and Andrew Silva outside gate. So Mikael Blixt in front of Per Jonsson. And in third place is Andrew Silva. Now Mikael Blixt coming into the top turn, and Peter Karlsson really trying hard on the inside of Silva. Silva had to look back to see where Peter is. While the top two riders pulling away now is Mikael Blixt ahead of the Swedish champion Per Jonsson. And still is Andrew Silva on third spot, and Peter Karlsson really trying, coming underneath now in the top turn and past Andrew Silva. Andrew Silva trying to come back on Peter. And Peter now on third spot. But still in white, Mikael Blixt in front, followed yellow and black Per Jonsson. Now coming into the last lap is still Mikael Blixt ahead of Per Jonsson. And Peter Karlsson in third. Into the top turn for the last time, over the finish line is Mikael Blixt racing for GM and Per Jonsson on second. The winner of race number 7 was Mikael Blixt, time 65.1. Second was Per Jonsson, and third was Peter Karlsson. So lining up for race number 8 is Henrik Gustafsson on the inside gate in white. Erik Stenlund yellow and black on gate number 2. Red is Mikael Turnberg, and outside in the blue helmet Jan Bergqvist. It's Henrik Gustafsson hitting the first turn. First really going wide, and Erik Stenlund trying to chase Henrik on the inside, followed by Jan Bergqvist in third spot. And last was Mikael Turnberg. It's still Henrik Gustafsson coming up for finish lap number 1, still hard chased by Erik Stenlund, the long track champion in Sweden, and Jan Bergqvist in third, while Mikael Turnberg trailing in the last place. Now Erik really try hard to get past Henrik Gustafsson, but Henrik have changed the gear, so now he's just pulling away from Erik Stenlund, and Jan Bergqvist is third. The track is really smooth and very, very fast. This 346 meter long track. It's still Henrik Gustafsson going into the last lap, followed by Erik Stenlund, and Jan Bergqvist still holds his third space, while Mikael Turnberg is last. Coming into the pit stone for the last time this race is still the last 3 years under 21 champion in Sweden, Henrik Gustafsson. So the winner of race number 7, Henrik Gustafsson 3 points, time 65.9. Second was Erik Stenlund 2 points, and third Jan Bergqvist. The total score halfway through the meeting is Volvo Red in red helmet 7 points, Gold and Blue 12 points. Leader now after 8 races GM 16 points, and Java have 13 points. And now you're gonna see some cars coming for the main sponsor from Volvo Bil Company. This is the first time that Volvo Bil Company is the main sponsor of Tommy Janssons Memorial.
Den eleganta familjevagnen utrustad med ABS, låsningsfria bromsar. Bilen har lättmetallfälgar. Den här bilen vi ser på banan har dessutom multi-X-färgar som inte är standard. I GLE-paketet ingår förutom ABS även centrallås, elhisar, seglar och Novas karossrekord.
Back to racing, race number 9. On the inside gate, Jan Bergqvist in red. Bert Bast racing in red. Jimmy Nilsson on third gate in white. And Per Jansson outside in yellow and black. Bergqvist, Bast, Nilsson, Jansson. Off the go for race number 9. And it's Per Jansson who hitting the first turn first, followed by Jan Bergqvist and Bert Bast on third spot. It's still Per Jansson, followed by Jan Bergqvist and really hard Bert Bast on third spot, and Jimmy Nilsson is last. Still Per Jansson going down the back straight for a second time, followed by Jan Bergqvist. Now he's pulling away, and Bert Bast holding the third spot, while Jimmy Nilsson get the engine failure. 2 laps to go, still Per Jansson. This is the style of the 3 last year Swedish champion, raced last year for Reading Races, but this year he also only racing in the Swedish League and Danish Super League. Coming over the line for the last lap is still Per Jansson, followed by Jan Bergqvist, and third is Bart Bast. Into the last turn is still Swedish champion Per Jansson, hitting the finish line in race number 9. So the winner of race number 9 is Per Jansson, 3 points. Second was Jan Bergqvist, 2, and third was Bart Bast, while Jimmy Nilsson get the engine failure. The time of race number 9, 67.6. The total score is Volvo 8, Golden 14, GM 16 and Java 16. Coming up for race number 10 is Erik Stenlund on the inside in yellow and black, Peter Karlsson in blue in gate 2, Simon Wigg, white, gate 3, and the outside in red is Alan Rossiter. And it's Erik Stenlund who hitting first and coming down the back straight. And second is Peter Karlsson, and third is the British champion Simon Wigg. Coming in to the top pits turn is Erik Stenlund, followed by Peter Karlsson really chasing hard, while Simon Wigg is on third spot, and Alan Rossiter is last. It's nice to see Erik Stenlund racing so good. He came home from Czechoslovakia yesterday to racing a long track meeting, and he's the only one in Sweden who's really good in long track, speedway and ice racing. As you know, he was the 1988 world champion in ice racing. Still going down the back straight, still Erik Stenlund, well ahead of Peter Karlsson, and third spot is Simon Wigg, while Alan Rossiter is last. Now into the last lap. Now Peter Karlsson really got in touch with Erik Stenlund. Down the back straight, Erik trying to pulling away from Peter, but Peter really tried to hard go on the outside, lock up and come back on the inside, but the winner of race number 10 is Erik Stenlund. Second was Peter Karlsson, and third Simon Wigg. So the time of race number 10 was 65.9. The total score so far is Volvo 8, Golden 16, GM 17 and Java 19. It's really close now to top 3 teams. Each team can win this competition. Going back to race number 11, we see Peter Nalin on the inside in blue, Henrik Gustafsson, grid 2 in white. In red is Andrew Silver, and the outside gate position in yellow and black is Dennis Löfqvist. And off the go, and coming into the first turn is Henrik Gustafsson, trying to move out to Dennis Löfqvist, and Dennis really go around Henrik, coming down the back straight. It's still Dennis Löfqvist, followed by Henrik Gustafsson, and Andrew Silver is in third spot and Peter Nalin last. Now Andrew Silver coming on the inside of Henrik Gustafsson. Dennis Löfqvist hit the front first, while Silver really hard on the inside of Henrik Gustafsson, coming down the back straight now. Or they're really collecting. Still Henrik Gustafsson second. Andrew Silver doing everything he can do just to pass him. Coming back on the inside of Henrik Gustafsson, and Peter Nalin really chased Andrew for the 1 point. It's still Dennis Löfqvist now pulling away from the rest of the field. It's still Henrik Gustafsson in second and Andrew Silver is third, while Peter Nalin is last. And Andrew Silver really trying really hard, coming on the inside of Henrik Gustafsson, really trying, go deep hard on the inside and past Henrik Gustafsson. Henrik Gustafsson is out to the fence, and now Peter Nalin trying to pass Henrik. While Dennis Löfqvist can race very comfortable, he's in about 50 meters, coming to the finish line is Dennis Löfqvist. Second was Andrew Silver, and third was Henrik Gustafsson. The winner of this race number 11 was Dennis Löfqvist, 3 points, time 65.2. Second was Anders Silver and third Henrik Gustafsson. Back to race number 12. It's Niklas Karlsson on the inside in yellow and black. Olle Tyrväinen, grid 2 in blue. Mikael Blix, white, grid 3, and outside Mikael Törnberg. That's Mikael Blix hitting the first in front of Olle Tyrväinen. Going down the back straight is still Mikael Blix, followed by Olle Tyrväinen. And he already get 20 meters lead of Olle Tyrväinen. In the third spot is Niklas Karlsson, while Mikael Törnberg get the engine fail on the first lap. It's still Mikael Blix just pulling away from Olle Tyrväinen and miles ahead of Niklas Karlsson. Going around to the pit turn, coming over the finish line for a second time is Mikael Blix doing a wheel on the straight, followed by Olle Tyrväinen. Olle Tyrväinen really try hard to catch up to Mikael Blix, but Mikael Blix has nothing to do against. He just racing into the pits and follow the real Speedway line, right smooth and easily, while Olle Tyrväinen really trying hard to catch him up. And Niklas Karlsson is well behind on third spot. And Mikael Törnberg, as I said on the first lap, get the engine fail. Coming down to the pit turn for the last time is Mikael Blix ahead of Olle Tyrväinen. And third was Niklas Karlsson. So the winner of race number 12, Mikael Blix, 3 points. Time 65.8. Second Olle Tyrväinen and third Niklas Karlsson. So the total score after 12 races is Volvo 10, Godden 18, GM 21 and Jarvis in lead on 23. Coming up to race number 13 is Dennis Löfqvist in yellow and black. Only lost 1 point so far, and that's to the British champion Simon Wick. So we're gonna see how we're gonna go through this because it's very close. So the inside, Dennis Löfqvist yellow and black. Grid 2, Jan Bergqvist in blue. In red on grid 3, Alan Rossiter, and on the outside in white, Mikael Blix. Rolling up to the tapes now for this race number 13. Green lights on and off they go there. And it's the ride in yellow and black, Dennis Löfqvist, to try to get underneath Alan Rossiter. Alan Rossiter, well and forth, moving out a little. Dennis coming through on the inside. Still Dennis Löfqvist really hard inside of Anders Silver. Anders Silver going quite wide in piston. Let's leave the Mikael Blix coming through. Now Mikael Blix in second and Anders Silver is in red. Oh sorry, it's not Anders Silver, it's Alan Rossiter. So still in first position Dennis Löfqvist, really hard chased by Mikael Blix. And in third is Alan Rossiter, while Jan Bergqvist is in the back. Finish lap number 2, Dennis Löfqvist, really hard chased by Mikael Blix and Alan Rossiter in third spot. Now going down to the pits turn, it's still Löfqvist is now pulling away from Mikael Blix and Mikael Blix pulling away from Rossiter. To the final lap of race number 13 is still Dennis Löfqvist going down the backstrap for the last time, followed by Mikael Blix and Alan Rossiter, while Jan Bergqvist is last. So this is style of the young Dennis Löfqvist from Jansson. Winner of race number 13 is Dennis Löfqvist, 3 points. Second was Mikael Blix. Third was Alan Rossiter. The winning time of 13 was 65.5. So now the total score is 26 for Java, 23 for GM, 18 for Godden and 11 for Volvo. Race number 14 we have on the inside line the young American Bart Bass in red. Second, yellow and black, Niklas Karlsson. And in third is Henrik Gustafsson. And outside in blue helmet is Peter Karlsson racing for Godden. Now it's going to be very close and every point is very important. So we had on the inside Bast, Karlsson, Gustafsson, Karlsson. And remember the score was GM 23 and Java 26. Tapes on. Oh, that really pushed. It should be excluded for tape breaking, but referee had other minds. Off they go, and on the inside is Bert Bassett hitting the front really hard and chased by 3 riders, while Peter Karlsson on the outside and passed all 3 riders, bought the first turn. Still Peter Karlsson ahead of Bart Bass, and on the inside is Henrik Gustafsson. Coming to the finish line for lap number 1, still Peter Karlsson ahead of Henrik Gustafsson and Bart Bass is third. Now chased by Niklas Karlsson. It's still Bass still holding in third spot, and Niklas really try really hard. Now it's Peter Karlsson from Mariestad, young rider, and Henrik Gustafsson. The last 3 years Swedish junior champion. Third is Bart Bast and last is Niklas Karlsson. Now Peter pulling away really hard ahead of Henrik Gustafsson. And Bast really chasing hard for this odd point he's gonna have. Into the last lap is still Peter Karlsson 20 yards ahead of Henrik Gustafsson, and Bart Bast still working hard to hold this 1 point. And Niklas Karlsson really chased him hard. Now coming over the finish line in blue helmet is Peter Karlsson. So winner of race number 14 was Peter Karlsson, time 65.7. Second was Henrik Gustafsson and third was Bast. So now it's starting to get closer in total score. We have 25 points for GM and 26 for Java, while Godin is on third on 21 and Volvo Select on 12. Two races to go on the inside. And in this race number 15 we have Jimmy Nilsson in white helmet on the inside. In grid 2 is Andrew Silver. Third grid we had Erik Stenlund on the outside, Ole Tyrvanen in blue helmet. It's very, very close now. Java had 26 and GM 25, so every point is very, very important. That's the reason why all the riders now really looking for grip from the tapes. And on the other hand, they waiting for each other to go to the tapes first. So what we have in race number 15, Nilsson, Silver, Stenlund and Tyrvanen. Starting marshal trying to get the riders to the tapes, but it looks difficult. But now they're lining up for race number 15. Nilsson, Silver, Stenlund, Tyrvanen. And off they go, and it's Silver get a wheel hitting the first turn first, followed by Jimmy Nilsson, real hollow. Silver got a wheeler there down the back straight. Jimmy Nilsson coming hard on the inside of Silver and past him. Silver real try coming back on the inside of Nilsson here. Finish lap number 1. It's Andrew Silver going in inside of Jimmy Nilsson and past him. Jimmy real try coming back on the inside of Andrew Silver. Down the back straight, down to the pits turn again. Still Andrew Silver, followed by Nilsson and Stenlund really chased hard, and Ole Tyrvanen needs the back. It's a very, very close race. It's still Andrew Silver, followed by Nilsson, and Erik Stenlund really try hard to catch up Jimmy Nilsson. And Ole Tyrvanen still in the back. Down the backstretch into the pits turn. It's still Silver, followed by Nilsson, and Erik Stenlund really works hard past Jimmy Nilsson. 2 laps to go. Still Andrew Silver, followed by Jimmy Nilsson and Erik Stenlund. Silver and Nilsson is teammates in British League Swindon, and Stenlund raced for Swindon last year. So coming into the pits turn is still Silver looking where Jimmy Nilsson is, but now he's pulling away over the finish line. So the winner of race number 15 is Andrew Silver, 3 points, time 66.9. 2 points got to Jimmy Nilsson and 1 point to Erik Stenlund, while Ole Tyrvanen was last. So in for the final race for Tommy Jansson's Memorial Trophy is that GM and Java both had 27 points, while Godin 21 and Volvo Select 15. So on the inside in red we had Mikael Turnberg, in gate 2 Per Jansson, in yellow and black. Grid 3 Peter Nalin in blue, and outside is Simon Wigg. So we're definitely gonna have a winner in this Memorial Trophy, and it's very important because it was the first time in the history we had 3 leading engines compete in this meeting. So we really have the Swedish champion Per Jansson versus British champion Simon Wigg. In between them we had the 988 under 21 world champion Peter Nalin, while Mikael Turnberg hasn't had as a good meeting as he can have. But the starting marshal wants the riders to come through to the tapes. It's still Peter Nalin looking for the best grip, and it's a very, very important race. Simon Wigg waiting on our side. All the riders waiting for Peter Nalin now. Coming up to the tapes now, starting marshal looks ready, green light on. Race 16 is off. It's Per Jansson hitting the front first, while Simon Wigg catching on the outside. Mikael Turnberg on third spot. Still Per Jansson. Now Peter Nalin came through between Turnberg and Wigg. It's on second place and still chasing Per Jansson. Coming over the finish line for lap number 2 is Per Jansson, followed hard by Peter Nalin. Peter Nalin knows this track and really worked hard to catch up Per Jansson. And Mikael Turnberg is third and Simon Wigg is last. Coming into the top turn is still the Swedish champion Per Jansson, really chased hard by Peter Nalin. Mikael Turnberg is in third spot, and Simon Wigg, the British champion, is in last space. Coming down the back straight is still Per Jansson, really chased by Peter Nalin and Mikael Tölvik in third spot. But Jansson and Nalin are pulling away from Turnberg, so Jansson had to do all this track craft to hold Nalin out. Oh, that Nalin hit the dirt and nearly fell off. That means Turnberg coming through nearly. Into the top for the last time is the Swedish champion Per Jansson racing for Java. Is the winner. So the winner of race number 16 was Per Jansson. Time 65.9. Second was Peter Nalin, and third was Mikael Turnberg. This is the first win in Tommy Jansson's Memorial Trophy, the Java team. They won on 30 points. Now we go over to Tommy Jansson Golden Helmet. This is qualifier races for each team. As the first qualifier race, we have Volvo Select. On the inside gate in red, Mikael Turnberg. Andrew Silver in blue, gate 2. Grid number 3 in white helmets is Alan Rossiter. And Bert Bass on the outside in yellow and black. The winner of each qualifier race goes to Tommy Jansson's helmet final. They're lining up now for race number 17. Tapes on, and it's Andrew Silver hitting the first front, followed by Alan Rossiter on the outside. Down the back straight is still Andrew Silver, followed hard by Alan Rossiter, Mikael Turnberg third spot. Now Rossiter catching up, and Silver looked a couple of times where Rossiter is coming into the first turn. And Rossiter nearly hits the inside line and nearly fell off. It means that Mikael Turnberg comes through and Bart Bass on third spot now. Andrew Silver into the pits turn for a second time. Racing really nice and smooth, looking around where the riders are. And Mikael Turnberg catching up Silver on the inside line while Bert Bass is in third spot. It must happen that Alan Rossiter gets engine failure. It's still Andrew Silver, the swinner rider, followed by Mikael Turnberg racing for Rospiggarna. And the second swinner rider in this race, Bert Bass, is in third spot. Down the back straight is Andrew Silver, followed by Mikael Turnberg and Bert Bass. This was an easy race win for Andrew Silver. And hitting the line was Andrew Silver. So the winner was Andrew Silver and go through to the final in red helmet cover. Second was Mikael Turnberg. Third, Bert Bass. Lining up for Godden's qualification race, then we have the Peter Nalin red on the inside. Olle Tyrväinen in blue on gate number 2. Peter Karlsson is on gate 3. And on gate 4 in yellow and black we had a tactical substitute is the track reserve Raymond Smed coming in. Because Bergqvist was excluded for the 2 minutes alone. Lining up for race number 18. The starting marshal looks ready, green light on. And off they go. And it's Peter Nalin and Olle Tyrväinen side by side going into the first turn. It's Peter Nalin taking the lead, followed hard by Olle Tyrväinen and Peter Karlsson in the third spot. Down the back straight, Peter Karlsson tried to go underneath Olle Tyrväinen while Peter's still in the front, and last is track reserve Raymond Smed. Coming into the top turn for a second time, now Peter Karlsson passed Olle Tyrväinen on the inside. And Peter Nalin still in front, Peter Karlsson now second and Olle Tyrväinen third. Coming up to finish lap number 2 is still Peter Nalin, chased by Peter Karlsson and Olle Tyrväinen. Now Peter tried to go outside of Peter Nalin, coming back on the inside and repassed him, but Peter Nalin locked the gap into the top turn. Peter Nalin followed by Peter Karlsson and Olle Tyrväinen on the outside. 1 lap to go. Still Peter Nalin, chased hard by Peter Karlsson. Remember, it's only the winner go through to the final. It's still Peter Nalin down the backstretch, chased hard by Peter Karlsson. These are the 2 young promises riders in Sweden. Coming up to the finish line is Peter Nalin, chased hard by Peter Karlsson. And third spot was track reserve. The winner in this race was Peter Nalin, second was Peter Karlsson, and third was Smed, while Olle Tyrväinen gets an engine fail. So we put down Peter Nalin in blue helmet for the final. Race number 13 is the GM team's qualifier race. We have on the inside gate the British champion in red, Simon Wigg. In gate 2, Jimmy Nilsson. In gate 3, Henrik Gustafsson in white. And outside in yellow and black, Mikael Blixt. So it's very, very important. There's two places to fill in the final heat, and this is one of them. It's really gonna see how Simon and Henrik Gustafsson and Blix going. Tapes is up. There is the tapes, and Simon will get a smashing start from his inside gate position. Henrik Gustafsson second, and Jimmy Nilsson tried to go underneath Henrik Gustafsson, and he passed him down the back straight. Simon Wigg followed by Jimmy Nilsson and Henrik Gustafsson. This is the style of the British champion, Simon Wigg, normally racing for Oxford in England. Down in the back straight. Second now is Mikael Blixt and Jimmy Nilsson in third, while Henrik Gustafsson is last. Coming into the top turn in red helmet is Simon Wigg, long track world champion 1985. Looking behind to see where Mikael Blixt is. Jimmy Nilsson still holding third spot, while Henrik Gustafsson is last. Coming one lap to go, it's still Simon Wigg. Now Mikael Blixt helped catch Simon up a little, but it's still Simon gonna win this and Mikael second. Jimmy Nilsson still holding third spot, while Henrik Gustafsson is last. Coming up for the finish line, Simon Wigg followed hard by Mikael Blixt. So the winner is Simon Wigg. He got through to the final. Second was Mikael Blixt, and third was Jimmy Nilsson. The final race, the qualifying race for the Java riders. Now we have on red on the inside grid is the Swedish champion Per Jansson. Second, grid number 2 in blue helmet is Erik Stenlund. In third is the tactical substitute Roger Söderberg. And on the outside in yellow and black is Dennis Löfqvist, who so far only lost 1 point. Tapes up, and this Per Jansson really got the flying. Stenlund hitting the first turn. Per Jansson taking Stenlund out, and Dennis Löfqvist coming hard on the inside and stretching his arm, and he's passed both the riders. Down the back straight, still Dennis Löfqvist, Erik Stenlund second and Per Jansson third. What a first turn of this young Dennis Löfqvist. Finish lap number 1 is still Dennis Löfqvist, really chased by Erik Stenlund, and Per Jansson is in third spot, and Söderberg is on the last. Down the back straight is Dennis Löfqvist, Bysarnas rider number 1. Coming up on finish lap 2 is still Dennis Löfqvist, followed by Erik Stenlund and Per Jansson. Now Per Jansson trying to go outside of Erik Stenlund, and catching back on the inside, catching up Erik Stenlund. But it's Dennis Löfqvist really racing the line, really beautiful. Second was Erik Stenlund, third is Per Jansson. The last lap now is still Dennis Löfqvist now pulling away from Erik Stenlund and Per Jansson. So Dennis Löfqvist is the last rider to hit the final. Coming up to the finish line is Dennis Löfqvist, second Erik Stenlund and third Per Jansson. So the last winner going through to the final was Dennis Löfqvist for Java. So the lineup for the Tommy Jansson Golden Helmet Final 1989 in Eskilstuna as is follows. On the inside grid, in yellow and black for Java, Dennis Löfqvist. In gate number 2, racing for Golden in blue helmet, Peter Nalin. In gate 3, racing for GM, the British champion, Simon Wigg. And the outside gate, Andrew Silver racing for Volvo Select. And this is the final race of 1989 year's Tommy Jansson Memorial Trophy. So we had Löfqvist has only lost 1 point so far, and that was the Simon Wigg. So lining up from the inside, Löfqvist, Peter Nalin, Simon Wigg and Andrew Silver. Starting marshal have problems to get the riders to the tapes, and because it's a very, very important race. So from the inside, Löfqvist, Nalin, Wigg, Silver. And the tapes is gone. It's Peter Nalin and Simon Wigg coming into the first turn. It's still Simon Wigg hitting in the front. Peter Nalin is second and Dennis Löfqvist is third, while Andrew Silver is last. Going down the back straight, it's still Simon Wigg. Really hard chase by Peter Nalin and Dennis Löfqvist in third spot. Coming up on the finish lap on 1. It's Peter Nalin really try hard on the inside of Simon Wigg, but couldn't catch him. Still Simon Wigg looking really good, but Peter Nalin really chased hard. Trying now go on the outside to find some grip. Coming back on the inside over the stride and into the top turn. Still Simon Wigg. Followed really hard by Peter Nalin. Peter Nalin do everything right what he really can do to try to pass him. And it's still Simon Wigg, followed by Peter Nalin. And nothing is over yet. Coming into the last lap is still British champion Simon Wigg racing for GM and Peter Nalin in second place. While Dennis Löfqvist in third and Andrew Silver is last. Coming into the top turn, the winner of Tommy Jansson's Golden Helmet 1989, the British champion Simon Wigg. Followed by Peter Nalin and in third spot Dennis Löfqvist. Well, that was a really good race and Peter did everything he can do to pass Simon Wigg, but Simon's more experience didn't help. So this is how it looks. The 1989 Golden Helmet winner is Simon Wigg, presented by Tommy's parents Joel and Ingalill Jansson. Wiggy really likes to win that meeting. He looks very, very happy and he's racing really good tonight. And I think Tommy's parents is also pleased with the way he was racing. So ladies and gentlemen, Simon Wigg. Now we're gonna have a few words for Simon Wigg.
Well, Simon Wigg, congratulations to the victory in the Tommy Jansson Memorial.
Thanks, yeah, I was really happy about that. You know, he was a terrific rider in his day, and it's great to win something like that. It means a lot more than just another trophy, you know.
You had a pretty tough night?
So much bike problems during the evening. Even the races I managed to win, I had problems with the valves in the new engine I'd got, and you know, broke 2 rocker arms and having all sorts of problems. But we just about got it sorted out for the final, which was lucky.
Yeah, you had some real problems. It seems on your driving that was not so okay in the beginning of the night, but you win, even though you have problems.
That's right, it's really crazy. The 2 races I won, it was only with 3 valves in the engine. And then when we fixed it and got a new rocker arm for the 3rd race, I was 3rd. The difference in power just completely caught me out. So it's just one of those things. You get it sorted out for the end of the evening, but it would have been nice to have a trouble-free night.
You made a team qualification to the final pretty easy, but in the final, tell me, you had some really tough game there with Peter Nalin.
Yeah, in the final, yeah. Pete was right behind me, and obviously being a local guy, I think he was really giving it 110% there, but you know, I was just trying to do the right thing and not make any mistakes and you know, make it difficult for Pete to get past. So, you know, I was pretty happy with the way things went.
When in the heat were you sure that you were going to win?
When I crossed the finish line.
Yeah, it was so hard?
It always is. You know, with anything like Speedway, then you can never really be sure of anything until you get to the checkered flag. So, you know, that was the only time I knew that I was going to actually win the thing.
And this was your first time here in Eskilstuna. Are you coming back?
I certainly hope so. I wouldn't like this to be the only time. I've had a great day here, and you know, the crowd seemed pretty good and really great people. So you know, I want to make sure I come back again.
You like the track?
Yeah, really good, really good. Yeah, really enjoyed myself.
Tell me a little bit what happened next for you.
Well, next Sunday we've got the overseas final of the World Championship. That's the next round. We've got one more then after that, and then the World Final in Munich in September. So I'm just trying to get myself organised for the big one.
You already looking forward to the final in Munich?
I've been looking forward to this final for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I think it's going to be the final to win. Since Wembley in London, we haven't had a World Final there since '81. There really hasn't been a big World Final in a huge town, so I think this one in Munich is going to be the one that really puts Speedway back on the map in a big way. So if any World Championship you're going to win, this has got to be the one for me.
And you're going for it?
Definitely, yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks very much.
Well, this was the word of the British champion Simon Wigg. We'd like to thank the sponsors and the riders and the crowd and the track staff for this meeting. Hope to see you next year. Thank you.